what advice, now you're talking about trying different like approaches, I guess, to songwriting, and like what advice would you give to a young musician who's only starting out to write songs? And I mean, it's one thing to write a song, but it's another one to perform it or put it like out there. And I think that's very like being very vulnerable and is a very scary thing in the beginning. So what advice would you have to young musicians, to like overcome it or live with it or feel better about themselves?
This is a really good question. I mean, I've written tons of songs and I still sometimes wake up and I'm like, I don't think I'm a songwriter. Like, I just can't do this, or everything sounds bad. But I'm going through the artist way again right now with a few friends of mine. We finally decided to do a journey through it. It's a book by Julia Cameron. And I mean, I love this kind of stuff. Like, I am all about the process. I'm all about, getting in touch with the inner child, inner artist, because I really think it's so valuable to the world when we do create. I think creation is the point of life, and everybody has the capability to be creative. That's what we're here to do. And one thing I've been really thinking about in doing this process is that, you know, um, you know, God is a term that some people shrink at and others embrace, but I think this notion that um, you know, God can sort of take care of the quality and we just have to take care of the quantity. So it's like we show up to the page, we do our best to like honor the fact that we've been given this life and the opportunity to create, and like whether it's good or not is subjective. And I've also come to recognize that like it's really hard to like please everybody and still be authentic. And so I'm getting more comfortable too, like with the idea that like what I create might not really be for everybody, but I've had affirmation from enough people at this point to know that like what I make resonates. And I think if you're just attempting to articulate some sort of truth, um, it's inevitable that it will resonate with someone. And so it's okay if it's not everybody's cup of tea. Like, nothing really is. And like when you put it out there, if you're doing it to get validation, that might be a wrong reason. So I think it's important to just recognize like creating for the joy of creating is really all you need to, that's your why. You don't need to do it to save the world. You don't need to do it to be liked or loved, but it's just so fun to do, and nothing feels better. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Just do it for yourself, really.